we will study service line costing and pricing. So service line costing and pricing is essentially about estimating costs at the micro level. We need to know what are the costs at the individual patient level. Because although costing at the organization and department levels is an important managerial function, the most important aspect of cost estimation is learning the cost at the service level or at the individual patient level. In addition to costing services, in many situations, health services managers they must establish prices for the services that are being offered, or they should make decisions as to how financially attractive are the contracts that are proposed by third-party payers. So those pricing decisions in which managers decide whether to offer volume discounts to payer groups and how much discount should they offer, and then other service decisions in which managers do not set prices, but prices are set up by the government. But managers get to decide whether the payment is sufficient to take the risk that is associated with providing services. For all of those decision making, we need to know what is service line costing and pricing. So one of the key elements of healthcare reform is cost reduction, as we know from the um, time of Affordable Care Act. But in order to contain costs, they must be measured at the individual service. Unless we know how much each service or department is costing, we cannot eliminate the unnecessary cost. So there is three ways in which we can determine the costing. The first is cost to charge ratio, the second is relative value unit, and the third is activity-based costing. We will do an illustration of cost to charge ratio method and relative value unit method, and we will just talk about the activity-based costing. So for simplicity, you need to understand that cost to charge ratio is a ratio of indirect cost divided by total charges. Once you calculate the cost to charge ratio, it can be used to estimate the overhead cost for each individual service. But determining the cost to charge ratio is the first and the foremost step. So service overhead cost, once you have the CCR or the cost to charge ratio, the service overhead cost is a multiplication of cost to charge ratio multiplied by service charges. So all of the illustration that we have from this slide on to up till the end, I've created a spreadsheet model and we will look at it in the next video.